So here we have it, game number 1 of this best of 3, and it is gonna be a fun one. Spawning down in the bottom right hand position as the red Protoss player. Representing Cascade, we have Zeth. And his opponent up, or down to the lower left of Frost, we've got the blue Terran player. Representing Mouse Sports, we've got HeroMarine. Fun times indeed coming through, so this should be an awful lot of fun. I'm excited to see what's going to be coming through here. Going to be very interesting to try and check all of this out and get a little peek at what they're hoping to achieve. Now, PvT, it's a fun matchup, so I'm very much excited by what the different timings are going to be, because there's a lot of discussion at the moment about the kind of mid-game or Terran strength as a whole, and the Protoss and Zerg are doing a bit better overall. So Terran, at least on paper, a pro-level play on statistical basis, is having a bit of a rough time. So what is HeroMarine going to do? Well, a lot of people argue it's late-game Terran where the biggest issue comes from. Well, to be honest, he may not even get that far. HeroMarine is a great player who utilizes a heck of a lot of very, very fast drops, a lot of multi-prong attack, a lot of timings very effectively. So could very well be seeing that. Meanwhile, Zeth, I don't know as much about him, if I'm honest. So it's going to be keeping a close eye on everything that he does. Obviously on Cascade, he's taking the 1 gas, 1 gate expansion at the moment. Wait to see the timing on the Cybercore, but it should be coming down now. So nothing crazy as of yet. Also, just as we had in the last series, another big shout out as we've got a new subscriber on Twitch. Thanks, Sinin. Thank you very much. The Predictor. He was the person who successfully predicted the build of Patience rather, in Patience versus Golden in game number 3. So he's predicting yet again. The Sub Predictor. I almost want to give him like a special title. That'd be so awesome if in Twitch you could title your subs. Give them like their own little nickname. A prefix to their Twitch name. That'd be sweet. Anyway, at the moment we are coming down here, Zeth. Just going to take a little bit of a expansion. A little bit of an expansion. Actually, a normal amount of an expansion. It's not like he's just come and built like 2/3 of a Nexus. He's just like, no, I want a whole one. Be pretty shit if you only build 2/3 of a Nexus. It'd probably fall over depending on which 2/3 you build. Be like one of those pyramids where some ancient ruler decided, I want a pyramid built in my honor, and then he died before it was finished, and then all the slaves were just like, yeah, we're not going to finish this shit. And then walked off. And just like half a pyramid we find thousands of years later. Like, I wonder why there's half a pyramid. Anyway, enough about all that. More about what's going on here. We've got Chrono Boost coming down on Probe, so I'm sorry, this is probably not going to be a 4-gate 1 gas build. Meanwhile, over on HeroMarine's side, we've got a couple of Marines who are heroes. Guarding the front, a few additional barracks is coming through, so this is just making sure things are going to be safe, nothing too crazy coming out. The 2 refineries just chilling there, just being like, okay, we'll get some gas through, but this is purely for a lot of Marine production. A couple of safe things by getting out so many Marines. It means that this Stargate being built, likely to be coming through for a Phoenix, is probably on the cards of an Oracle. That is the most likely thing to be coming out. And if you've got a lot of Marine production from 3 barracks, you're going to have over that massive 6 Marines you need in order to defend against that. And that's very important for HeroMarine here. He should be safe if an Oracle does come out. Now, the robotics facility, that's an interesting decision coming off so quickly. Very little unit production at all at the moment out of Zeth. Instead, he's just pumping out as much tech as he can. So, got to keep an eye on that. Oracle is indeed on the cards, but with all of this Marine production, as I previously mentioned, more than enough Marines sitting about, waiting about, ready to defend against exactly that. Also got the engineering bay coming down. So, that E-bay going to allow a fast +1 to come down for the Terran infantry. +1 attack. Nearly always what you're going to see from a Terran player, just because Marines benefit from it just so well. High rate of fire, massively ups their DPS. Anyway, aside from that, just trying to keep a bit of a closer eye on everything that's coming through. Quick little look here as the Oracle comes flying on by. Going to take a good little look as it comes in. Want to see what exactly is happening here. In it comes, just going to take a quick little peek. Is he going to be able to take down any SCVs? Okay, one SCV goes down. Marines, though, boxing around. The Oracle just gets out. Survives with 58 HP. All of its shields down, though. But it got a kill, and it's still alive. So, hasn't paid for itself yet, but it's still on the field. It's still got time to try and justify its existence. Now, Forge coming down from Zeth. He's also adding in a second observer here. So that's all that's being used at the moment by this robotics facility. However, a robotics bay coming through as well. HeroMarine, he's got Stim nearly done, +1 attack for his ground army on its way through as well. So just really bouncing all of this through at the moment, keeping it all looking quite nice. Quick little look as Zeth again moves in, tries to find some avenue of attack with that Oracle. Nothing yet. The concern is the fact that HeroMarine is now moving out, and this is a rather small army, but a rather terrifying one. It is a fair few Marines, a couple of Marauders. It is going to have Stim, Combat Shield, and be close to having +1 done by the time it moves across. Depending on whether the Medivacs boost over, may actually get in to get some more done. But nice timing here from the Oracle, coming in, going to get a good bit of damage since most of the Marines are out going to attack. The fact that the Oracle moved in and didn't see units there also alerts Zeth that there's an engagement coming. Photon Overcharge already triggered. Nope, there's enough energy on the Mothership Core for another one though. Despite that, HeroMarine is just like, yep, let's go for this. Let's kill some probes, going for the damage as quickly as he can. Force field on the Rad prevents this infantry moving up, but not stopping, just slaughtering of probes down at the natural base. The natural will stay up, keep shooting through, but the Photon Overcharge alone is not stopping this. Colossus coming through though, that should scare away this army of HeroMarine, managing to kill 9 workers so far, triple the losses he's taken to that Oracle. Backs out, overall resources lost, pretty similar, but the worker count now 49 to 42 in HeroMarine's favour. But more importantly, he's got mules, he's got a 3rd CC on its way. They all really bump up the production, the income for HeroMarine compared to that of Zeth. If we take a look, Zeth has nearly got his +1 armour completed. He's still trying to harass with his Oracle that backs out, just surviving 4 HP. 6 kills there, all looking alright. But HeroMarine, he's preparing for round 2. His medevac production, first 2 out on the field, 2 more on the way, +1 is now finished. Remember that Mothership Core? Starting to lose some energy. However, Zeth, it's not all lost for you, buddy. You've got 2 Colossi, they can do a lot. Force field goes down, only catches 1 Marine, unfortunately. Another couple just get out by the skin of their teeth. Quick little scan, HeroMarine takes a little peek at this army and goes, okay, what do you got? Do I want to engage it? Decides, no, I probably don't. So, just backs out, goes, okay, I need to get out a few more Vikings. I need to make sure I've got something to deal with that Colossus. But this gives time to Zeth. Zeth took a lot of risks early game. 1 gate into an Oracle, into that robotics facility. He was purely focused on getting up a great tech advantage. Now, though, that tech advantage is starting to come back. He sees the army, HeroMarine scans, kills off the observer though, so doesn't see it anymore. But as I was saying, that army, that high-tech army, is starting to materialize. We've got 3 Colossi already out, the +1 armor done, +1 attack on its way out. And it's now looking to be a very sizable, quite a scary force. Add in the Phoenix, they're going to be very useful in trying to pick off medevacs. And if the medevacs go down, that's a big gas income, and it takes a lot of production cycles to get back up. Engagement is coming through. We've got the Mothership Core dropping down the Time Warp, a couple of force fields. Those Phoenix chasing back the medevacs, preventing the healing of the infantry. The Colossi stay alive. They rack up quite a few kills between them. All in all, that engagement wasn't fantastic for HeroMarine. He has to back away from it. Adding in some Vikings, and this is the other trouble with having the Phoenix picking off your medevacs, is because the Vikings come out of the starport, obviously. So do medevacs, and if your medevacs are dying, you need to replace those. And that means you've got to choose. You've got to decide, do I want medevacs or do I want Vikings? And as a Terran player, you never want to have to pick one or the other. You want to get a good few medevacs out, usually around kind of the 6-8-ish on the field, minimum. And then you want to produce Vikings. That's the problem. Colossus, extended thermal lance coming down now for the Colossus. That is a bit late. It wasn't instantly researched, so needs to keep an eye out for that. Meanwhile, second starport on its way, completed now for HeroMarine. And this is to be expected. Because of the Phoenix threat, he wants to be able to produce medevacs and Vikings simultaneously. Needs that second starport to allow him to do that. Keeping good control of the watchtower, both players sitting on 3 bases for the moment, although a 10 worker advantage for HeroMarine. adding in with the mules gives him a fair chunk of additional income, and he's really trying to utilize that at the moment. One lone marine being sacrificed to get a gauge of what kind of army is there, but being a hero, backs out and doesn't actually want to go for him. Now, the Viking count is rapidly rising, 10 about to be on the field, and once this hits is where we're going to be seeing a lot more fun. Because the Colossi suddenly become vulnerable. The Phoenix aren't going to be able to zone out that easily, Vikings. And of course the infantry army is still looking pretty sizable. 2-1-1 upgrades done, so the Vikings have +1 attack as well. That's going to really help them. But they're all being hidden at the moment. They're all waiting down the back. Don't want to engage as of yet. Don't want to reveal themselves as of yet. And the aim is to catch Zeth off guard. Catch him when he's not expecting to be engaged upon. Waiting to see when and where we get this engagement through. HeroMarine just waiting for the moment. Doesn't want to go as of yet. He's just positioning around. May actually come from the top angle through this little path to try and engage this third base. May go for some drops as well. We'll wait to see exactly where his army moves, whether he does go for these drops. But for the moment, no sign of it. Quick little move through. Zeth on his way up. Going to take a quick little peek. Make sure that there's no sneaky armies coming through. He also runs a hallucinated Phoenix through. Finds the army, takes a good little stock check. Doesn't see any Vikings yet, nor does he see those ghosts. HeroMarine doing a great job of just hiding the majority of his key army composition from Zeth. And I'm hoping for Zeth's sake, he realizes that actually that cannot possibly be his main army. It just can't be. There's not enough here. Zeth pushing forward now. Pretty much maxed out. He's got the 2-1 upgrades plus... 1-2 upgrades plus 2 attack on its way through now. Should be seeing him move in shortly. In it goes. Quick little check. Still no sign of any engagement yet. Another scan. Comes on through. Edging forward yet again. Quick little takedown of a couple of these supply depots, but now the Vikings on their way through. They're going to be trying to engage here. Nice couple of shots off. They've got a good concave. These Colossi taking massive amounts of damage. So many ghosts. EMPing down everything. The Colossi still reigning supreme for the moment, though, getting so much splash damage down. This is just critical amounts of damage from these Colossi. They're starting to fall now, though, to the amass of Vikings there. HeroMarine taking this trade, taking a much better fight. Zeth's army just crippled. All the Colossi die. That was all down to that Viking positioning, the good spread of them, the good concave. And with this, HeroMarine can now look to counter-attack. He's in a very, very strong position as it stands, up by 54 supply. But more importantly, the army of Zeth was just eradicated. No Colossus, only one robotics facility to produce them out of. There's none coming back to try and save this army anytime soon. And if HeroMarine pushes now, as he is doing, it's going to be a tough hold for Zeth. In comes the engagement now. Good damage coming through. The Archon gets taken down very, very quickly. Still, nice amounts of damage on their way. GG, well done. HeroMarine takes game number 1 of this best of 3.